Before I start this week, I would like to say a few words, and then we can get on with the turning. As most of you know, a guy named Jeff lent me a helping hand here not too long ago, and the first piece of what he sent me that I'm going to use, I think, is cherry. But I'm not entirely sure. These were the markings on it. That could say cherry, or it could just be part of an arrow. You can let me know what you think it is. Sorry, I can't send the smell too. Now, what I'm using it for goes back into a time before YouTube. Back to when, if I needed to know something about wood or tools or almost anything for that matter, there was my dad. He's given me more good answers than you can shake a stick at, and he still has answers to questions I haven't even thought of yet. He is cruising through at 86 now, and arthritis has done his thing and transformed his hands in a way that makes it so he can no longer spend much time in the shop. And possibly even worse, a guy likes to eat after all. Your average cutlery is so skinny that it's hard to get a grip on. So I thought that for the hands that taught me so much, I would try and make something that would make life easier. So Dad, by way of Jeff, this is for you.
Hello, and welcome to the Tiny Trailer Workshop.
The very first piece of that wonderful box of Jeff's stuff, and I want that about that long. And then and then? I don't think I can do and then. I'm going to do that and then on the bandsaw because I would like that into 4 pieces. Alrighty, so here we go with another thrilling installment of cutting. I think we'll do one more just because. It's amazing how nicely that cuts when you've got a sharp blade in it. Anyhow, now we're going to the lathe. Alright, hang on. Okay, so here we go. We have this piece of whatever it is here. I'll put lots of pictures up here of the wood so you can, maybe you know. Maybe you know. Anyhow, let's get this down to size here. What am I doing? What I'm doing is I'm making utensil handles. There are times when our hands don't quite work the way they should. So, gripping utensils can be somewhat of a challenge. Not so much gripping them, turning them over. When you want to maneuver them, they just don't work quite right. Handles are always so thin and so small that you have a tough time getting in there anyway. So, my plan here is to make some of a more appropriate size.
certainly nice wood. Certainly nice. Now I'm going to put a copper ferrule on there, which is that big. So I have to take that down to that, a little piece of that. Let's see how much, probably about like that. We'll take a nubbin off there so that we can put collar around it and then drill it out afterwards, later. Alrighty. Well, not very much of that left, but that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. That should be about right for size. Now I'll do the rest of the tenon. Alrighty, so let's see about this now. Going to be a challenge, but we'll get her done. Hang on. Okay, so this is number 2, so I become a pro. Now, I've taken that down like that, which is, it needs a little bit of sanding. What we're going to do is we're going to take that piece and we're going to put it in here. What that does, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure most of you do, we'll put that, there we go, in there like that and clamp it tight, front and back. And then we take this little contraption and put it, just put it over the top, you know. And we have to unscrew it so we can. Now, what that's going to do is it's got a flange on there, a flare that's going to, it's got a point that's going to make that copper stick out. Alright, so I think that's probably enough. Now we're going to undo that again so we can get her off. This apart. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Without even sanding, it just fits right over there. That's good. Now, that has to go to there just a little bit because I discovered last time that it would be best to leave a little bit of clearance so that so that when you put this end in the headstock, it doesn't bind. It's sort of like turning, isn't it? Round and round. Okay, so I'm just going to to glue that tip on here. Make sure it's good and secure. Now, I have a thought. Let's see if this thought works. Okay, so we've got a bunch of sanding done to it now, and we'll put a little bit of the old shine juice on here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a bunch. But what's this end look like? Yeah. Okay. A little bit of work to do. So now we'll take that out of there and we'll put it someplace safe because... Okay, so the next part of this is I'm going to have to take this to the grinder and I'm going to cut this down to a usable size. And I have the whole array of cutlery to do, so it'll be a while. And I'll show you what I got when I'm done. Well, I do believe those should fit the bill. It was a little bit of grinding, especially on that knife, because of course the knife has a thicker handle than the rest, but yeah, it went pretty good. And I think they look alright. And I kind of think that might be cherry. It just sort of has that look about it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So there was a project that did more than make something round. It made somebody's daily routine easier. Funny how a simple idea like this can make so much difference. For those who were observant and noticed the jump between turning on the bandsaw and actually cutting something, yeah, that was right when the blade thought, I've had enough, and it just fell to pieces. Guess it couldn't handle the fact that this wood wasn't green. There's not a whole bunch to say about the making of this. Grinding the handles down took some time, and I'm sure there's probably someplace out there that sells kits for doing this, but at $10 for a setting of 16 pieces, it seemed like a deal to me. The flaring tool, now that was a handy thing to have. Because the wood inside the ferrule is pretty much gone, the way it flares out like that gives a greater gluing space to fit. As per usual, I seem to have too many things going on at the same time. I'm in the process of trying to learn my way into a web page, and there's still lots to learn. Lots to learn. And of course, with the new ground of web pages and stuff like that, you should have a new intro. And so, have that web page up in no time. Better get the intro up and running right away. So I did. Well, now I got the extra to do, and of course, you can't use any of it until such time as you've got the website up and running, because the intro
he invites people to visit the website. So, it shouldn't be too long before normalcy returns. We'll see. The making of the part about my dad brought back an awful lot of memories of the things that he used to build and the way he built them. And, you know, the way I learned from what he did, even though at the time I didn't know I was learning, it's some awful cool stuff. I'm awful lucky to have had an Alberta farm boy for a father. See, the other teacher that's out there that has started making videos again, Captain Eddie. Glad to see you back in the shop there, big guy. He's the one that introduced us all to OB's shine juice. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Captain Eddie's got lots and lots of good videos. Well, I got webs to weave and stuff to turn. Got lots of stuff to turn. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I really do hope to see you all here again next time.